Hello and welcome. If you are listening and watching this video, it means that you have interest in Alliance Academy for Innovation, and we are so very happy that you do. My name is Scott McCloy, one of the assistant administrators here at Alliance Academy, and we are here through this video to give you some information about Alliance Academy, hoping that this information can help you make the right decision as to if you or your child wants to apply to be a student here. Alongside with me is...
I'm Tom Neighbor with the Counseling Department at the Alliance Academy, and excited to be joined by Mr. Scott McCloy to deliver some useful information to you.
At Alliance Academy, we often talk to our students about some of the things that they most enjoy attending here. And we kind of put those words up that were most often said on this slide to kind of let you know how well our students think of attending school here. We're very innovative. Students are excited to be here. Most importantly, I love the word relevant that is on here. We try to make sure that everything that we do here is relevant to the pathways and the industries that the students are selecting.
And I love that it says innovative, where instead of having a mission statement, we decided to put some words together that are just unique and describe the experience at Alliance very well.
Absolutely. Our goal here is to provide pathways for students to own their future in college, career, and in life. We are very unique in that we are able to offer many things that other schools just can't. And it's really in engaging in those interests and passions that we are able to produce the great results through the kids that we are able to hear. They feel engaged, they feel involved, and they feel the connection between the business and industry in our community, where what they are doing is going to help them succeed in the future.
Absolutely. And while many of our students come to Alliance and enter the Alliance Academy having a really strong and solid idea of what they want to pursue for their future, those that don't most often find it and pursue their passion while they're here. Some of our business partners, we partner with many corporations here at the Alliance Academy. Many of these have offered our students very vital opportunities to go ahead and intern or job shadow in the field while they are learning more during their hands-on experience here at Alliance. And job shadowing or interning just gives them the opportunity to further their knowledge and see what actual work and life is like in the field.
And in several of these cases, students have taken and been able to use that job shadowing as a stepping stool for actual employment and actual career experiences in those areas. So again, it's truly about building that community relationship with our local businesses to give these students a chance to shine.
Absolutely. So the idea of Alliance Academy, the concept came about 10 years before we actually opened our doors and brought in our first class. And I love this quote from Nick Fury regarding an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. And here we brought together a group of remarkable pathways that were really designed around what would really fuel our economy and the growth of the economy in the area. So you'll learn a little bit more about those as we move into the presentation.
But I definitely want to touch on the fact that there was a lot of research that was done and is continuing to be done to make sure that we are offering the pathways that are needed in our community. We constantly each year reevaluate what we're offering, what needs to be tweaked, which needs to be added. We're going to talk about some of those exciting pathways that we are going to be adding this year. And it's something that we're always evaluating to make sure we are staying most current on the trends of possible employment in not just in our area, but nationally and globally as well. If you look, all of our pathways are here into career interest theme academies. So if you look, starting on the left with School of Aerospace and Drone Technology, we're talking about flight operations. We're talking about not just the flying of the planes, but we've also got some classes in terms of plane maintenance as well. We also deal with our unmanned aircraft systems in the drone pathway, and actually drone is something that has come up very recently. It was just a part, and now we've realized there is so much demand for it, it needs to be its own pathway because so many careers are splintering off specifically to use drone technology. In the School of Criminal Justice, Law, and Public Management, obviously we have applications of law, criminal investigations, but public management and administration here again is a new offering that we have this year, really focusing on things on a local civic level. Great opportunities there. School of Cybersecurity and Digital Intelligence, obviously we're talking about computer science, cybersecurity, also video game design, very exciting areas in there.
Absolutely. And moving on to the School of Healthcare and First Responders, emergency medicine, EMR, the EMTs, fire and emergency services, our School of Hospitality and Design, our graphic design. If anybody has not seen our graphic design shop, it is incredible. The equipment, the what they can do and produce in that lab and that design center is absolutely spectacular. And our hospitality and tourism pathway has done some amazing things, and they work with DECA as well. And moving on to our School of Mechatronics and Energy, this is an area that just has so much growth and opportunity between energy systems. And if you have not heard of mechatronics before, mechatronics broken down to its simplest form is really the combination of mechanical and electrical engineering, which covers quite a bit.
So much, yes, absolutely. And obviously a lot of the focus in that area right now is in the field of robotics and robotics technology, but there is so much more that encompasses in that. So it's really exciting. And then the last category that you have there is going to be our newest pathway, something that we are starting for next year. Your students will be the first ones that are able to experience this. This is the School of International Business and Finance, especially focusing in financial technology. This is truly setting the students up for a global vision and a global perspective of financial economy, different things like that. So we are very excited about the offering of this pathway.
Okay, so in this slide, we want to talk a little bit about the overall experience at Alliance and what your students are going to experience should they attend Alliance. And of course, we have our facilities as well as our course offerings. Let's talk on the top left here. So in terms of the curriculum, we have all different types of students here that come to Alliance, and we challenge our students regardless of their academic level. So our course offerings include, and they range from anything from on-level courses to honors, accelerated, advanced placement, and dual enrollment. So we are able to offer them unique challenges in whatever they are preparing themselves for post-high school or whatever they may be or may need to remain challenged throughout high school. And of course, they come to Alliance for their career pathways, and our facility is set up for that, whether it is our courtroom or any of our labs or our training ambulance, aerospace with the flight simulators, whatever it may be. And students, of course, can earn their industry certifications, lots of things that they can earn there, which just enhances their experience and is able to get them even working while they're in college or going into work right from high school. Our work-based learning and mentorship opportunities also enhance the experience while they're here with us. Our facilities, and for those of you that are here tonight that came to tour our facility, just take in our state-of-the-art facility. We are built for 1,200 students. The real-world experiences and the simulated work environments are just amazing. So take your time, see our labs, and we hope you enjoy seeing the facilities that your students would be taking in and experiencing.
At Alliance, we believe in an interdisciplinary approach to education. So in all of our pathways, we've kind of divided them into three different learning communities here: our innovators, our heroes, and our makers. Our innovators is our School of Cybersecurity and Digital Intelligence, our School of International Business and Finance, and our School of Hospitality and Design. Our heroes are our School of Healthcare and First Responders and our School of Criminal Justice and Law. And then our makers, our School of Aeronautics and Drone Technology, and our School of Mechatronics and Energy. What we do with these is the classes that your students take in the academic areas are going to be made up of the people who are in their learning communities. So, for example, if you're a student who's in international business and finance, the majority of your English class, for example, will be made up of other innovators. This way, the teachers of our academic classes can partner up with the teachers in our pathways to create engaging and real-world interdisciplinary lessons surrounding the content that's being taught. So again, everything that your students are doing here relates to the pathways and what their focus is here at Alliance.
Okay, so who are our students? 1,160 students currently enrolled at the Alliance Academy. So this year we will be graduating our second graduating class of 304 students. As you can see, the breakdown of our pathways and how they are, the numbers there, and of course, cybersecurity and digital intelligence being extremely popular, yet some of the others not too far behind that. Any of our pathways are extremely challenging with extremely bright futures and opportunities in the field. And a good many of our students will cross over and take more than one pathway, and they do not have to remain in one particular school. So it is very common for maybe one of our students in the aerospace and logistics to be maybe taking a pathway in mechatronics and energy, or taking their second pathway in any one of the other schools as well.
And I think the really smart things that our students do in a lot of cases is, as they get involved in one pathway, they start seeing all the different career opportunities that are there. And then they realize, oh, hey, if I'm doing this, it also means, for example, if I'm in energy, I also need to pitch, this stuff to be able to do this. So then I'm going to get into marketing, or to be able to do things like that. So they really see what's completely necessary in certain career areas, and they're able to tie those multiple pathways together. We even have some students who opt to do 3 different pathways here at Alliance. How many you do, 1, 2, or 3, really becomes a question of how many AP classes you want to do, how many of those other items that you want versus how many pathways you want to get into, because you do have to complete 3 classes to receive credit for that in particular pathway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many of our students being actively engaged here at Alliance in everything that they do. You see our mock ambulance that the students are working with, our courtroom, some of our hospitality students doing a tour of an area hotel, building robotics, students working with our flight simulator, people in our innovation lounge, swearing in a jury, robotics tournament, working with the green screen, all of these different things. Again, we try to get them that simulated real world experience while they are within our walls to be able to do the things that they do. Also, with that, some of those work-based learning, some of those mentorships, then give them that experience outside of the classroom as well. I'll give a great example of this. Those people who decide to take a fourth year of classes in our medical and healthcare pathway can take EMT training and actually do ride-alongs with EMS services here. Again, getting that real-world actual experience to mimic and to go along with the simulated experiences that they are able to have here. That's just one of the many ways that that's done.
What other high
here.
school do you get that experience?
It's absolutely incredible. When we talk about our facilities, these are some of our spaces. We have our Google room downstairs with a view through the windows of our Innovation Lounge. We have our BYOT Lounge up there on the second floor. Again, everything built up, soft seating in meeting-style spaces so that they get, again, that real-world approach to collaboration.
I just love the collaboration that it promotes, and especially when our students enter Alliance and they come in and they see how much we encourage collaboration and we encourage the use of their own technology, and for them to bring their own technology if they like.
Absolutely. So how are we different? I think this is very important because a lot of our questions that we get revolve around this in particular piece here, okay? Because we are able to offer so many unique things at Alliance, there are certain things that we're not able to offer. You are not going to have a football team, a basketball team, a baseball team at Alliance. You're not going to have band. You're not going to have drama. You're not going to have chorus. Some of those different traditional things that you're able to get at your base school, you are not going to be able to get here. Now, that doesn't mean you can't still pursue some of these activities from a community perspective, as there are many community music groups, community sports teams, travel ball, all of those different things that you can do, but you're not going to be able to play for the Alliance lacrosse team. It's just not going to happen. Also, you are not able to participate in those activities at your base school. You know, very similar if you were a student at West, for example, they're not going to let you play on the softball team at Lambert. You are a student of Alliance. Making the choice to come here means that you accept the fact that there are certain things that you have here at Alliance that other schools don't, but that also means that there are certain things that aren't going to be offered here. The benefits, of course, far outweigh that. The unique career pathways that you're able to do, being around students from all areas of Forsyth County, not just your one little geographic area, but truly attending students from across the county. All of our social events, all of our clubs and organizations that we have here. And of course, we do offer the same academic core classes and subjects as every base school does in Forsyth County. We are dealing with the same graduation requirements. It's not like that is minimized at all. You just get those extra opportunities of the pathways and the intense training in those areas that you get here.
And I think one of the best is the networking opportunities for students to meet people from all areas of the county too is one of the most unique parts also. All right, so our bell schedule, yes, our day is a little bit shorter than that of a traditional high school to allow for the transportation. So of course, students don't make the mistake of thinking that your workload is going to be any easier, because it is not. We just compress the day a little bit here, and we have a block schedule, which I can tell you students absolutely love this from a planning perspective on how their classes do rotate over the A days and the B days. Now, so our day starts at 9 a.m. and our day ends at 3:05. Third period, as you notice, is an extended period because that's where your lunch period and your Marvel time is built in there. So our schedule works very well from a planning schedule and making the most out of the time that we have our students for, and being able to use the lab time and get the most out of each class period and your learning time while you're here with us.
And one important thing about our schedule to keep in mind is the school bus will still come to your neighborhood and pick your children up. They will take you to your actual base school, and then a different school bus called the Alliance Shuttle will come and will pick them up and bring them over here to Alliance. So that's why we do have to kind of compact the day so that we can get the students back to their base school for their normal release to be able to get back to their neighborhoods and communities.
Absolutely.
At Alliance, the extracurriculars that we have here, which are associated with the pathways, deal with our career and technical student organizations, or our CTSOs for short. FBLA, Skills USA, HOSA, First Robotics, DECA, TSA. All of these different groups are where the students will get that outside of class experience, especially in the area of competitions, rallies, and different learning opportunities that they have. Each pathway is associated with one of these CTSOs that your students will participate in. We also have some other events that we do at Alliance, our Dress for Success and Dress for Industry days. Again, we are very much an industry and pathway-oriented school. So yes, we do prepare your students for how to dress for their industry, how to dress for job interviews, training them to take job interviews, building resumes, all of those soft skills that are necessary to seek employment in the areas that they want to have. But just like any other school, we also have a full gambit of clubs that the students can participate in that aren't with their pathway or with their industry, just great clubs that they can be involved with. You see many of them on the screen for you now, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that many of these clubs have been started by students. The students said, hey, we have a need in our community for this. This is something that we'd like to offer, and the students take the initiative to start the clubs, find a teacher who'd be willing to sponsor it, put the things in place. So there's great opportunities for student leadership, especially in our clubs.
I'm glad that you mentioned that as we are in our application season for our seniors right now. There are a couple of clubs up on the screen that I did write about in recommendation letters and talked about the student that started these clubs, and there was a need for it, and that it will be a tradition long after they have left, and it will continue on. And that carries a lot of weight. And those are just some of the opportunities that our students not only have, but have taken advantage of during their time here.
And in addition to the clubs, there are also the honor societies. Some of them are listed on the board. There are actually more of these. But we have honor societies pretty much for each of our academic areas, as well as the overall honor societies for like National Honor Society, Beta Club, different things like that. So just like your base schools have honor societies, we do here at Alliance as well. The same kind of deals with getting community service as part of these, an application process to be part of these honor societies are there.
Okay, so we invite you, students, to come and find your passion and experience Alliance, okay? As we've gone through, there are a lot of benefits to attending Alliance, a tremendous amount of things for you to explore here through our unique career pathways, and many things for you to get involved in it. And it is an amazing place for you to grow as a student.
One other thing to touch on, our faculty here is second to none. The passion, the inspiration, the ways they teach and work with the students is absolutely incredible. Not just in our academic area, but also in those pathway areas. So many of our faculty came from the industries before they began teaching in those industries. You know, both of the people in our first responders and healthcare pathways were firefighters and EMTs. You know, working with robotics in our robotics pathways. You know, all of the different things. I could go on and on about
airline pilots.
Yeah, a Delta pilot retired. You know,
from graphic design.
It's pretty incredible the experience that they have, but also they are all in with the school spirit, the school culture that we have here. It's pretty incredible.
I think one of the coolest things about our culture is students and staff. That it's pretty neat to come to a place with students and staff that want to be here.
hmm Absolutely. And we do all of the normal things. We have pep rallies, we have homecoming dances, we have school spirit and do all of those things and support our competitive environments as well. So there's a great culture that we have here at Alliance. Some of the stats of our students, we always get questions, how many AP classes do you take? How many, AP tests are being offered? Some of these things we've decided to list for you on this slide because they're kind of like our frequently asked questions. We had the highest EOC scores in Forsyth County schools.
How about
Algebra
that graduation?
1, biology, U.S. history. Yeah, 99.25% graduation rate, the highest in FCS. And Forsyth County was one of the highest in the state of Georgia, period. And 99.25% is absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
Another great thing, 68% of students are enrolled in at least one AP course, and we offer 21 different AP courses here at Alliance. So far, over 1,500 exams are going to be taken by our students in 2022. It's an astronomical number.
Absolutely.
The things that these students do are fantastic.
Okay, so who should apply? Our application will be open December 1st. It closes on January 4th. Now, don't look for it on January 5th because it won't be there. Make sure you apply. It is quick and easy. What makes a successful Alliance Academy student? Okay, self-motivated students. You really have to be coming here for the right reason. It's not because your friends are coming here. It's not because your parents want you to come here. It really is because you are looking for this experience, that you are passionate about one of our pathways, and that you really are seeking this type of experience where you're open to new ideas and you want to participate in these types of hands-on learning, that you want to challenge yourself academically, and you want to participate in the CTSOs and the clubs and so forth that go along with that, and just be part of an amazing community that's going to help you learn and grow. So we welcome you to apply. If you feel that it is a fit for you, we look forward to meeting you, and we look forward to welcoming our next class at the Alliance Academy.
And I really want to reiterate that point. This is not a sit and get environment. We want you to be actively engaged in everything that you do. And so if you want to be actively engaged in all those different activities, this is the place for you, and we want you to apply for here. So the eligibility, what requirements do you have to meet? You have to live in Forsyth County. We are a Forsyth County public school. You have to be enrolled in Forsyth County, okay? You have to be currently an 8th grader. You have to complete the out-of-district application by January the 4th. That is the required piece that you have to fill out, and choose Alliance as the school that you want to come to. Now, this is very important. Academics, behaviors, and attendance records are reviewed for each student prior to selection, okay? There is no weight given to any of these because, again, we are a public school. No one student gets chosen over another student because of these areas. However, because you are trying to out of district, you have to be a student in good standing. You have to be passing your classes. You have to have good attendance, and you can't have any serious behavior things on your transcript. By serious behavior, we're talking out of school suspension, things like that. If you've had like morning detention one day, you're fine. You're okay. We're talking about those serious cases here.
Okay, so a little bit about our application timeline and how our lottery works. Of course, as we mentioned, the out-of-district application will open on December 1st, and it will close promptly. That is a strict deadline that we will adhere to on January 4th, which will then bring us into our lottery on January the 11th. And Mr. McCloy is going to give you a little bit more information about exactly how that lottery works before it goes into our orientation night towards the end of January.
Absolutely. The lottery process is pretty straightforward. We are able to accept 300 students a year because obviously with a 1,200 student maximum, that's 300 per grade level. We don't just accept 300 students. What we do is we take our pathways and we break down those 300 people and allocate a certain number of places to each pathway. So when you fill out your out-of-district request, you're going to say what pathway you want to be in here at Alliance. We would then take, for example, aerospace. All of the different people who are interested in aerospace would be in one pool. Let's say we have 40 spots for aerospace, for example. The first 40 names we draw from the aerospace pathway would be the guaranteed spots. And then we will continue drawing the rest of the numbers until everybody has been drawn, which creates the order of the wait list. Let's say 5 or 6 of those people in aerospace decide not to attend. We'll go to the first 5 or 6 on the wait list and then call them and let them know that we have a spot ready for you at Alliance. So that's kind of how the lottery works. So we draw everybody. You'll know what position you're in following that lottery, and then we can move forward from there.
And I would encourage you to apply. And in the past, it generally works out that the students that really want to attend Alliance, it ends up working out for them.
Absolutely. Yeah. So once we complete the lottery, then there will be an orientation night on January 27th. We'll give more information about that as we get closer to that event. But that will be specifically for those people who have accepted their position in the lottery and who have accepted the invite, if you want to think about it that way, to attend Alliance. And then, of course, the Avengers Assemble for rising ninth graders will happen later on into the spring semester as well. Once again, I can't reiterate this enough though. Once we have checked your attendance, your behavior, and your academics, no one student is chosen over another. We are not a magnet school, we are a public school. So everybody has equal chance of their number being drawn.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We invite you to find your passion at Alliance Academy, where the possibilities are endless. Again, I'm Tom Neighbor, and I want to thank Mr. Scott McCloy for joining me as well.
We wish you the best of success. And again, if you have any questions, please contact us. We're here to help you in any way in making your decision of whether or not you want to apply. We hope that you found this video helpful to provide you the information and the knowledge so that you can make that best decision for you and for your child. So we wish you the best of success, and we hope to see you as Avengers next year.